What up, YouTube? This is T1G Lucky, leader of T1G Nation. Gonna do some G3 Wars right quick. Give you an idea of what to look for in G3 Wars. Alright? First thing you gotta think about is, of course, you have Will. Will seems to be the go-to for G2 and 3 up wars. Yeah, Will can be very difficult to counter, especially if you don't have a proper stripper or you don't have Praha. So you have to keep that in mind when you're setting up your attack. It can definitely throw a wrench in your assault. Like looking here, Zeros, being that he's on a speed team, has a pretty low base speed. Ideally, you'd want Will on him so he can't typically be one-shotted with a defense break. This is where you kind of hope that your monsters can tank out these this setup right here. And most likely, I would take Theo to him. If he starts to, I would use Galeon, Bernard, and Theo. That would be my answer to round one. If the Dragon's more than likely going to target, hopefully on a single shot. If he does his AoE double attack, skill 2 and 3, supposedly water's supposed to withstand that. Even on the skill reset, once I take Zeros out, the bird and Galeon is not too much of a threat. So I'd counter that with speed, hoping that's not Will or Nemesis. Nemesis is more so for an arena. Round 2, that Monkey King revenges at 100%. You know, whoever you attack. So I would like to take. I want to try something new with this guy. I want to take my my Rena. I've been playing around with Rena the last couple of wars, seeing how it works out. That Monkey King, Sierra, even Leo, targeting Rena. It's just. It's a sweet spot. She's very underrated, obviously overly hated, but just excellent monster. Very good in countering. Can withstand a whole lot of damage. Once that shield is activated, you're talking what, 43,000, 25, 30% of 43,000. You're gonna have to go through a lot. 97 resistance. She can debuff. She can resist against a lot of debuffs. Just an overall awesome monster. I'm gonna try to play with this one a little bit, have a little fun, show you what you can do, some team compositions you can put together to face some of these net 5s. Chasen, she's gonna heal probably 2 to 3 times per turn. Definitely 2 times per turn. She abuses the proc system. One of the best healers in the game. My arena's on destroy, so if this battle lasts a long time, I can cut down the heals. I'm not really worried about that beast monk. I'm going to use my MK to target his MK, being that they're opposite elements. He's not going to do a whole lot of damage or even target me, period. He's going to go for Rena. Got 2 heals right here. Got defense buff. I'm going to be looking pretty good. So here's my first attack. Keep in mind, you cannot bring those squishiest nukers into this battle and G1 wars up, please. Lucian's not a big time user, and he has Will. Wow, his bird's actually faster than mine. I'm impressed. Lucian is very situational. I'm going to try to one-shot this guy, and I missed. Alright, we got a glancing hit. I'm not too worried about it. I'm pretty tanked out right here. I've got a very impressive Galeon, as a lot of you know. He can take a lot of hits. One shot that bird, don't have to worry about him no more. Theo is just golden. I love Theo. It's absolute game changer, but what makes Theo so good is the ruins. You can't just put anything on him. Alright, this is the one that I really wanted to sit around and play with. I'm trying to incorporate Rena into a lot more guild battles. She's definitely go-to. She's definitely a tactical unit that you can bring in there to really, if you understand the game, it pulls the elements that you want to keep away from. Three procs, done nothing. Absolutely nothing. She pulls those elements that you're afraid of hitting, especially on wind, since a lot of the wind monsters are stacked for Guild War, and allows you to open up for another nuker to bring in. Look, all of them got what? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 turns their first round. That's pretty interesting. If I can get a stun here, it'd be nice. You know what she's gonna do? She's gonna bring him right back to life. And I'll just work him down. My passive on my monkey is gonna get beefed up. I don't think he's just gone one turn yet, has he? Gonna work him down. Hopefully get the defense break here in the proc. Nope, didn't. I ain't too worried about it. It's going to be a slow, long, methodical battle, but, I mean, the outcome on paper, I should win this. It doesn't matter how many times I get hit by that MK. He just does no damage to Rena, and just, yeah, it couldn't go any better like this. This is a complete tactical. It might be slow, but it works. And get a couple procs. I'm not too worried about it. I can actually probably auto this and get more procs, to be honest with you. But the only one that's going to do damage to my Wang is the Kumar. And there we go. Just the 2 heals right back to back. You see the Destroy starting to work on the MK. Definitely not a threat at all. The only one that breaks defense is the Monkey King, and he's not going to do any damage to Rena to break that defense or even give it any type of concern. So definitely not worried about it. I don't care about the heals. I'm going to work this MK down. Even if Chasen's gonna heal a couple times per turn, I'm not really worried about it. It's all about making teams. It's all about synergy. It's all about how your monsters work together. What they can provide for each other. Your timing has got to be on point. You knowing that if one fails, you have a backup plan. Still can't. If I can catch a proc on that thing is dead. $70 CR, and I can't get a crit on win. Look at Chasen. Chasun is just, this shit's crazy. I know it's frustrating going against it. The violent procs, I had 3 procs, and then something. 3. Not 2, but 3. If I can get a defense break here, can I get a proc? No, I can't. Come on, it just doesn't do enough damage to my MK. I've got a slot. Oh, give me another one. Here we go. Got it. Beautiful. All I got to do is, like I said, all I got to do is catch a defense break on Chasun, get a proc or 2, and it's a wrap. Oh, had a big hit right there. Once my Rena starts kicking in on her Destroy, the healing will get less and less and less. This one's going to be a little tricky. I'm going to have to catch a couple violent procs because this Chasun is on Nemesis. So every time I hit her, her tap bar goes up, and she's going to constantly go 2-3 turns per round. Like I said, all I got to do is catch a defense break, and I got her. And he keeps boofing up my, can I catch it here? Got it. Can I get the proc? Can I? Please, sir, get the proc. Can I stun? If I get a stun, there we go. I got a good stun. If she doesn't proc out of this, I'm going to do... Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not only did she proc out of it, she went again. It's awesome. The draw button's up. My MK's got no attack buff, but it's passive. Still not going to do any damage. Just going to proc till it's... Come on, catch a defense break. I haven't gotten a proc in what? I think 10 turns? These things go 2 turns every time? Still no proc. That's 11 turns. Insane. There we go. My Destroy's starting to kick in. Destroy is definitely kicking in. Still no proc. Wow, that's crazy. 12 turns, no proc. Let's see how many times they go. I think they've gone at least 2 times every turn. It's fucking crazy. 2 turns again. 1. Can I get a proc? Absolutely not. No proc. That's fucking crazy. God damn. Can I get a proc? 13 times no proc. Hasn't even revenged a hit in a while either. That's fucking crazy. Just keep working it down. I mean, I really could set it on auto. Still no. 14 turns. I'm keeping count right here. 14 turns. That's crazy. This is the type of shit you deal with, and it's so nerve-wracking at this level because you need those procs to 15. 16 turns no proc. He's gone 16 turns, 1 in a row. 1. Oh, I got a revenge. That looks good. Got the revenge. 17. He hasn't procced yet. 17 turns. Let me get that immunity. If I can catch it here. 18 turns. If I would have caught a proc right there, I would have definitely killed her, but she's healed herself. Slow working that destroy on Chisun from Rena. He's gotten 2 turns. She went 3 turns. So they've gotten 5 turns. Still no proc. 19 turns in a row, no proc whatsoever. So you tell me, you fucking tell me that the calculation or the formula is fucking 22%. Look at that. 2 turns every single round. Still 21 turns, no proc. Yeah, it's fucking aggravating. Oh, I got the proc. 22nd or 23rd turn, I finally got the proc. And I got a triple proc. She's dead. That's all it took. Now I can set it on auto. I still could have set it on auto. Let's see how many procs you get on auto. How many times he get to go? 1. Slow, but I mean, I'm gonna win. Very good team. Rena, she just brings a lot. She allows you to open up. I could have took Chisun, which would probably have been nice for an attack buffer. But I took Chloe. Give her some use. Once that Rena starts hitting some of them crits, that destroy is going to really work it in there. Bam, done. Don't even need it. Slow roll to a guaranteed win on Tower 1. Very nice monster. I swear up and down by Rena. I used to hate her, but now I'm a huge fan. Let me see if I can find... See, these defense don't work. This is just... It's sad because Leo you can use to your advantage. Tyrone's not a Guild War defense monster. He's more so an arena offense monster to give you that edge and speed. This one right here, unless it's on Will, would still just get disrupted. I mean, I'm not impressed with these teams. It's not even worth my time showing you. Beta can be a pain in the ass. I've got tanks up top and a nuker annoyance at bottom. So I'm gonna bring my DPS monster. Hopefully I can knock out 1 or 2 of those monsters or all 3. And for this top one here, I'm going to bring my tank, my bruiser. Defense buffs are incredibly useful in Guild War battles. A lot of people talk about in random channels, oh, Olivia's stupid, Olivia's this, she's just a filler monster, she's just a waste. No, defense, when you're facing 3 monsters on 3 monsters, a defense buff can make the world of difference in a win or loss of a battle. It's allows your monsters to gain that sustenance, that sustainability to be able to last through longer in the battle, have the enemy exhaust all their options, and turn around and be able to just, at the same time, do some damage. So this is going to be a very good battle. I'd like to take Bella off the board because that is their defense breaker, but I'm going to go ahead and, if I get the proc, it's over. Go ahead and set my defense up and get my immunity going. Even though Vela is the slowest monster on the board, he's at, what, 2... I think his speed is 95. My Olivia is 220. So she basically says when it's his turn to go, look at that. He is the slowest monster on the board and goes when she wants. 37, it means he had some defense, a good hit right there. Still can't. I don't like Revenge on Bella because it never, ever activates. Ever. It never activates. So I'm seriously thinking about switching his set over. I haven't figured out what yet, either Energy or Nemesis. Get better use out of Nemesis than I do out of fucking Revenge. 80 CR and I didn't crit there. That's amazing. Still, look, he's hit, what, 5, 6 times, still hasn't revenged. Come on now. 5 or 6 times, still has not revenged. I forgot to heal, so that block heal is going to hurt a little bit. Look, 95 speed, plus 0 speed. Oh, it finally worked. Holy shit. 60 ACC. Obviously, Vero, who is 100 resistant monster, right? 100? Yeah. Yeah, because you don't want none of this debuffs to land. Shut up. 60 ACC and missed it. It was, that's pretty awesome. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take Veromos off the board. Bam! 40,000. Done. Maybe I can get a big hit. I don't think he's ruined with any defense at all. Maybe he's just purely offense. I mean, excuse me, purely HP. So we're going to see what kind of damage we can do to him. Oh, yeah, 26. Beautiful. Speed them up. Attack bar control. This team just look like Bella Jewel goes whenever she wants him to go. Great monster. Tank bruiser. This is the team that I was looking forward to. Molly and Betty are just very difficult to go against. That right there is a lifesaver. Lifesaver. Can turn my 40,000 DPS into 8,000. Just watch. Got what I wanted off the board, so I'm pretty happy with that. He's not hitting too hard. 6,000. Definitely not impressed. Activate his Endure. Maybe I can get a stun here. I doubt it, but maybe. Nope. Of course, Despair has a 1% chance to activate. Might lose him if he gets the proc, breaks that defense. Oh, we didn't get the proc, so I'll go ahead and take him off the board. There it is. Win. Alright, let's take a look. I want to see some Sierra defenses. No. I don't know why they're tanking their defense. It's a little bit too late for that. No. Speed team versus... Oh, look, we can take another arenas here. This one will be fun. But this time, let's take... Wait, let me see if I have a... I want to show a Sierra. Is there a Sierra here? No. Nobody has Sierra. So, okay, here we go. Another team that I could take Rena to. This will be fun. Like I said, she's not used every match, but, I mean, she gives you that option to be able to look through your monsters and put something together. I don't even have to use Monkey Man, all right? It could be another fire monster. It could be even a wind monster. Because all those wind monsters right there are going to target Rena. They're not going to target your wind. They're not going to target your fire. They're going to target Rena, and Rena could just take so much damage. She could take so much of the monster's debuffing because the resistance is so high. So she just really opens up. I could speed things up. I can go with Howie. That would be great. I think that would be an actual very good team composition right there. And I think I might try that. And then we'll go with... No, know what? Let's use JoJo. This is another team that I like to use. Love JoJo. Let's see what we can do with JoJo. And put Rena in there. My JoJo is super tanked out. Plus 600 HP, or 16,000 HP, plus 847. He's a defense monster, so I went with the defense build. I use him in R5. He's not even skilled up. Frontline works well. I have speed, defense, HP. I maintained his plus 1070 attack on subs alone. And the fatal set. That's it. All through subs. Alright, so let's do this. Be a good battle right here. Watch how Rena works. It just completely leaves JoJo and the Monkey Man alone. And they will wreak havoc on 3 wind monsters. 3 wind monsters in arena battle or defense battle is just, it's not ideal. Not ideal at all. And she went right through that, didn't she? And of course he crit on that revenge. If I can catch a stun, got the stun. Bomb will take care of that. Block heal. Boom! She doesn't heal. He's going to bring back to life. I want to get him off the board. There we go. She's a healing motherfucker. Yep. Trying to work them down both together. Boom! Looking good. Look at that. All three of those monsters, all three of those wind monsters attack pulled straight to arena. Water arena is just awesome. Water priest is, you can't go wrong. All right. This is a great battle. I outspeed him. Now, the question is, do I want to take the speed buff off or do I want to take Galen's buff off? Now, I can one-shot 2 out of 3 of those monsters. To be honest with you, I don't care about the Griffin's buff on speed. Yes, it's going to make Theo hit a little harder, but if I take Galen off the board, I don't have to worry about his attack buff and I don't have to worry about an AoE defense break. That can cause hell. If he catches a proc while all 3 of them are broke, he could just raise literal fucking hell. So, also to note that once Griffin's speed buff on Theo, it means his Endure is going to be gone just like that. He's going to hit, his speed buff will come right back around. So I'm going to leave Theo last, being that he's on Endure. If I hit him, leave him on Endure, Galen's AoE buff, Galen's AoE defense break and the Griffin speed buff is going to fuck my world up. So I'm going to go ahead and take Galen right off the board, 50,000 hit. But I got the proc right there. So now I'm going to take Griffin right off the board. And I got lucky right there. That rarely happens. So go ahead and set him on Endure, break his defense and his offense. Now I've got nothing to worry about. I don't care if he procs till it's tomorrow. Battle over. Simple as that. That is the most effective way to fight those 3 units. It's a very common defense. Of course, the speed ranges from really, really fast like mine, and mediocre, it's more of just a threat. But if you run into a situation like that, always take Galen off the board because he's a double threat. He can play with your attack bar control. You never know if he's swift or on violence, so he can break your defense and then knock your attack bar back by 50%. Not only does he break your defense, but he attack buffs. And once Theo is double buffed, the damage is ridiculous. So I'd rather take just the speed buff versus the defense break and the attack buff. Keep that in mind when you face those teams. And there it is, folks. That's some G3 battles right there for you. I know the defense looked a little sad. Show you the rank here. Oh, now we're 267. But that was our first battle of the day. And we had started our battle out at rank 37 as we finished last week. Let's check it. Yep, last week's finish at 37. We started this battle at 8 o'clock this morning. And we lost the defense battle about an hour ago, knocked us to 276, which is going to cause trouble for a lot of people trying to climb up in the ranks when they face us. Our defense starts to really kick in at around, anywhere above 50, we give a lot of people struggle unless you have some sleeper guilds out there that have just come through and, sag down at the bottom and sandbag down in the bottom waiting to creep up near the end of the week. But we do full throughout the week. We don't care what rank we land. We give it our all. Love these guys to death, man. These guys are just been with me for a while. The best that, I've had since we've been playing together. And each one of them, Trevor, been with me forever. Overy, he's visiting from G17. Check our battles out for a week. Jade Earn, Distant, Veramus, Uncle Cuz, Avery, Ashlord, Ken, Hump, Shrieker, Lorcan, Minivan, C-Note, the Unicorn, Simbomb, Fen, Del Genius, Thor, Tzank, Joe, Talika, and Fake Lucky. Anyways, those are my guys right there. Love them to death. We fight week in, week out. Constantly having fun, very close. There's no bullshit within the guild. This is what we do. This is what we love to do. And we hang out in channel 1313. Come check us out. We're always there. We're always, helping. We got some very good players. And If you're on the global server, looking for some help, looking for some friendship, looking for family environment, come check us out, T1G Nation. Signing off now. Hopefully that'll give you some insight into G3, G2 wars, what you got to look for. Remember, Will is the what's the word that I'm looking for? Will is the token for Guild War. Will really, you never know if the tower's gonna have Will. You never do. My guys, what we do is when we go into battle and we see Will, we screenshot, we send in a line, we let each other know that there's Will. Not a lot of people have that stripper or has that stripper option they can work into their teams. I have one of them, and I use Akia, but I'd rather do the buff since she's on Despair. So keep in mind, you face a lot of Will. You got to have options. You got to know what you're looking for. You got to know what you're doing. You have to trust your teams. If you don't trust your teams, you go in blind, it's going to be rough for you. You're going to be chucking your phone, cussing, screaming. You might even rage quit. But anyways, T1G Nation is Lucky1313 on some G3, G2 wars. What to look for, do's and don'ts, and stay tuned. Check us out, channel 1313.